Okay, so let's talk a little bit about this.
Okay.
We'll give a round of applause for that.
Rest in peace to the B.I.G.
Definitely.
Greatest rapper of all time. Word. That happened. Okay.
Yeah, there's
also, like, you know, Puffy grew up in my neighborhood. You know, we all know each other, so forth. And, you know, when Puff started doing the bad boy thing, being successful, you know, A&R at Uptown Records, then was able to form Bad Boy. He brought Big to me. And I think I was one of the first producers he brought to, you know, that Puff. So I was making this, I had this Intumi record, you know, Juicy Fruit. And I was making the beat, because I knew they were coming, but I didn't know that he would like that beat. Then when he got there, he was like, "Yo, who's that for? That's for you and CL." And I was like, "Nah, I didn't even get a chance to play him nothing else." Like, you know what I mean? So, you know, the drums were playing. He was feeling it. He came down there bopping and saying, "Yo, I like this right here." And then I started messing with the record and putting what I wanted to do, and started rubbing it against the drums. And he was like, "Yeah, that's it, yo. Make that happen." And then, you know, that was like, you know, my first intuition with Big, like my first, you know, my first time him being around me being around him. And yeah, and then he asked me, he was like, yo, let me see how you do it. Let me just see how you make a beat. And I was like, all right. So at the time I had these records scattered around. I just noticed the George Benson record, and I was, you know, I was making like DJ tapes, and I had this EPMD, You a Customer record. So I took the drums from that, and I took the George Benson record and put that together. And it's a song called In the Flesh on the Main Ingredient album. I made that beat in front of Big. He was right there when I did that, like the whole beat from everything you hear in there. And he, after it was done, he was just like, wow, that's how you do it? Like, he was bugging out. Like, he couldn't believe it. Like, he didn't think that I made the beats with my own two hands until he seen it for himself, you know what I mean? And the last words he spoke to me was, yo, that with you and Large Professor on that High School High. He loved that. That was the last thing he ever said to me. Word. That was big. You know what I mean?